Hi everyone, we are back. Today we are going to be talking about the fruits of the Kentucky coffee bean tree. I was super excited this afternoon when I was out for a walk in the nature park because the beans, it's a fruit, have recently fallen, which means that the insides are still a little fresher than when I usually see them. So the Kentucky coffee bean tree is real name, or its Latin name, is Gymnocladus dioicus, and what that means is naked branch. It's a dioecious naked branch tree. That means that it's a tree that doesn't branch out until very late in the spring. It's one of the last trees to make leaves, but it makes these really beautiful bright white flowers, and then it also makes these ridiculously large bean type fruits. They're very leathery and hard when they're ripe. And you can tell by the sort of shape and by the fact that it has two seams like this, that it's a legume. So it's a member of the pea family. So it's related to peas and peanuts and green beans and all of your favorite legumes. And we're going to dissect it today because I want you to see the inside, but I also want to talk to you about the dispersal of this fruit, because I want you to think in your minds for a little while about what you think might be dispersing this fruit, like what on earth could be making these seeds move around. So I'm going to crack it open. Actually, I think I'm going to do it with my bare hands. I might need the cutting implement, but it's got this green goo on the inside, and as you can see that there are two seams. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large seeds. This is why they call it the Kentucky coffee bean, because it's native in Kentucky as well. And it sounds better than Indiana coffee bean, I guess. Here's a regular coffee bean, like from actual coffee plant. You can see that they're sort of similar, I suppose. We're going to move that out of the way to not get us confused. Now, these coffee beans are actually highly toxic, and so is the gel. So we're going to throw this away and wash our cutting board really carefully when we're done dissection. But I wanted to show you that this is like the inside. So that's like some sweet, sugary material that if you were thinking about a large dispersing agent, like what kind of animal might be able to disperse this? Because it's really, really, like it is, like you can't, you can break it, but it's real, like it's hard to chew on, and it's highly toxic. And on top of that, these seeds will not germinate unless they are bathed in hydrochloric acid for hours and hours. So you can sort of pull them off. They're probably nearly ripe. And I might actually, just for fun, try to cut open the seed. I'm operating off script at this point. Sorry, cinematographer. Oh, I might not be able to cut this open without cutting myself. Oh, it's really hard. These, okay. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to cut myself. Putting that over there. These seeds are so hard and so difficult to make pop open that they have to, in order to make them germinate, you don't just put them on top of the soil with a little fertilizer and water like the fast plants. These you have to run through basically the gut of a really large hoofed mammal. These coffee beans were almost certainly dispersed by, get this, gomphotheres, which are like woolly mammoths' ugly cousins, because they have two sets of tusks instead of just the one massive tusks, or actual woolly mammoths themselves, which roamed the landscape of Indiana about 10,000 years ago before the prehistoric hunters came and eliminated them. Those large hoofed mammals almost certainly were the dispersers of this fruit back in the day. So here we have it, the Kentucky coffee bean. Do not eat this. Do not try to cut open the seeds at home. But if you happen to have an elephant, you can feel free to try to germinate some of these seeds yourself. And that's all I've got. Thanks.